Hey, Ray met a guy that works at a barbecue place, and he said, come by sometime, he'd hook it up.
Yeah, so that was his exact line. He goes, hey, anytime, man. I'll hook it up for sure.
Where'd you meet him?
Golf course.
Oh, so you were just randomly paired with him?
Yeah.
And then you played a whole round?
Yeah, so we got to know each other. Really nice guy, and he said he was a cook. And so that just got me to thinking. So say I go by this barbecue place, and he's going to hook it up.
Mm-hmm.
What's he going to give me, a 10% discount?
Oh, that's a good question.
No, I mean, it's free.
I
lunch.
feel like go by. Or, do you have his number?
I do.
Yeah, I would text him first and be like, hey, I know you extended the offer to hook it up. I'd love to come by. And then see what he says. And he may go, come by. I'll get you free lunch. Something like that. I think that's what hook it up means. Like hook you up. Hook it up, hook you up.
Yeah, not like a discount, dude. You're good.
So if you were to ever hook up tickets and you go, hey, I can hook it up,
Yes.
that's for sure free all the way around.
Yes.
Okay.
If I can hook it up, that means I'm going to hook you up with something, not I'm going to get you a discount.
One time,
Unless I say hook you up with a discount specifically. Yeah, go ahead.
one time a buddy of mine, he texted me and my other friend, 3 of us, and he said, I got Spurs tickets. Let's go.
Okay, but he didn't say he's going to hook it up.
He just said, I got Spurs tickets.
Oh, that means
So
he's
then
taking
what
you to the
happened?
Spurs
But
game
that's
for
an
free.
invite. I would feel like that's an invite. So what happened?
When we got there, he's like, all right, they're like $60 each. And we're like, whoa, we thought you had, I thought this was on you.
I would have thought that too.
For sure. The wording is, I got Spurs tickets. Not like, hey, I got Spurs tickets. They're $60 each. Would you guys want to go?
Right.
I think he needs to declare he expects you to pay for them.
But he didn't use the words hook it up, which I think when you say hook it up, that means free.
Man, I got, and do you want to go? That means I have something and I'm inviting you to go with me. I could see where you were confused by that.
Yeah, we were both confused, me and my other buddy.
Ray, I would text him and say like, hey, it's Ray from the golf course. Said I should come by sometime. I would love to come by.
And the awkward thing is he's not front facing, so he's kind of back in the kitchen. So if I was to ask for him and he comes out and gets me a sweet tea,
No, he'll
thanks, man.
He'll know. That's why you text him and you get an exact time.
Okay.
And then he'll just look for you.
And then do you text, I'm here?
Yeah, that's exactly what you do.
Yeah.
The whole thing's kind of awkward.
But I would
okay, to
also
get
be
a free
prepared to
barbecue.
pay. Just be prepared.
Hey, and
Is he offering you Spurs tickets?
And it's a busy place. So, I mean, it's not like you could really time it out perfectly.
If you want that hookup, you can get it, and I feel like he will hook it up. But yeah, you're right. There's probably a couple obstacles.
honestly, Ray, it sounds like a lot for a $10 lunch, dude.
That's why when he told me, I was like, hook it up. Huh? The whole pig? A whole table for all my boys? What? Catering?
I think he was extending something nice.
I know.
Hey, come by, I'll hook it up.
Yeah.
I still think about the time Lunchbox got paired up with Jamie Johnson playing golf, and Jamie Johnson bailed on him.
I think about that all the time.
Anytime I see a TikTok clip of Jamie Johnson, all I think about is how Jamie Johnson did not want to play golf with Lunchbox.
Yep.
We did get paired up, and the guy said, "Oh, you're going to be playing with that guy out there. You probably know him." And I'm like, "Huh?" And he goes, "Jamie Johnson, since you're in the industry." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so I go out.
Did you know what he's saying
I looked it up.
in color?
Yeah.
Yeah. It look like there's birds and do.
So
I thought there's birds and do. I could have danced in color. Yeah, go ahead.
and Jamie was his buddy, so it was us three, and we tee off. It was a par 5, the first hole, and we hit 3 shots, and then we're about to hit our 4th, and he goes, "Hey man, you go ahead. We're gonna go back and start over." And I'm like,
If I
"Oh,
ever have Jamie Johnson on, and I've thought about just having him on so I can hear that story, because I bet he doesn't remember.
Probably not.
But the fact that he was like, I don't want to play golf with you, you just go. That's
Like,
funny.
do people ever do that
I've
where they
never-
decide
No.
to start over?
never.
I mean, did they have like bad?
no,
like
they
a-
didn't have bad
Never.
shots. They just say, hey, we're gonna head back and tee off again. You go ahead and go on. Not hey, do you want to go back and tee off again?"
Right,
It was
we're all
just-
going to
you
start
go
over.
ahead.
You go by yourself. Yeah, I've not heard of that happening before.
Did you talk to him before that happened, Lunchbox?
Did you go,
Like,
we're in the business together.
No,
you
I
may
just
know me.
I just said hello, blah blah blah, and then we teed off on the first hole. It was literally 9 or 10 minute golf round with Jamie Johnson.
I'm telling you, there's something on the golf course with Lunchbox. Like, people don't like him on the golf course. Like, I don't know what it is. I remember we played one time, and this old man
that
was
old
like,
man.
every shot I hit, good shot, Eddie. God, that's a great shot. Ooh, good putt, Eddie. And then Lunchbox would hit a perfect one, land on the green right by the stick. Nothing. You wouldn't say a thing to Lunchbox.
That's weird.
Do you find that people are, turned off by you while playing golf?
Sometimes, yeah.
Is it because you're so aggressively angry? Like you
Maybe.
slam your club and curse and
Maybe, but I think that's the sound of a golf course. That's what happens on a golf course.
it's not
It's
really.
like, oh man. I did play, like there was one time and I played with a father and a son, and the son was getting really mad, and the dad was like, man, I don't even have a wedge anymore because we played the other day and I got mad and I threw it up in the tree and it got stuck. And I'm like, is that how I look and sound on the golf course?
But every hole.
Yeah, every hole.
And yeah, it was very awkward. So I can see how it can be awkward if, when you get angry and get upset. But I do feel that when I'm out there that people they're not really receptive to me. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I don't know. I'll tell them good shot. And they're like, thanks. I hit a good shot. And it's like,
Nothing.
hey,
What do you think it is?
I think he it's kind of rough around the edges, and people are just like, I really don't want to interact with.
so do you think
him.
Jamie Johnson got that feeling after like 3 shots?
I don't know what Jamie Johnson was thinking. I don't know.
All right, let's go around the room. Amy, you're up.
So, did y'all see Kiefer Sutherland was arrested?
No.
He fought with his rideshare guy or beat him up or
Yeah.
something.
So he got into, a ride hail is what the artist kept calling it. I don't know if it's Uber, Lyft, whatever. And all it's saying is that he physically assaulted the driver, and the driver didn't need medical attention, but the driver called 911, and then he was arrested and taken to jail. They've reached out for comment. I just really want to know what happened because his bail was set at $50,000.
Oh, that's a lot.
And he was in jail for a few hours. Imagine if you're in jail and
Your keeper.
24 walks in.
Yeah,
Or
that'd be-
designated survivor.
Yeah. Do you want to beat him up or do you want his autograph? Or like, how does
I don't
No,
know.
I think you see if you're someone who is bordering on being a litigious person, you see a rich person who just hit you and now you're going to make some money. I think that's what you see.
No, I'm talking about in jail.
Oh, I thought you meant by the ride
No,
share
no.
guy.
I mean, like you're in jail, right? And you see Kiefer Sutherland walk in. Like, I know jail's a rough place. Does he get roughed up in there, or does he hey? It's
Probably in a
Kiefer Sutherland?
holding
It's
cell.
jail, though. It's not prison.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big difference. I watched, I think, 1992 Locked Up on TikTok yesterday. No, not Locked Up. Scared Straight. And I watched like 5-minute clips in a row. And they take these kids in, and this guy is going, there's like a 12-year-old. And he's like, F you, you little effer, if you ever see me again. And he's going at him hard, right? That's the whole purpose of that show, Scared Straight. They take people in there and show them what prison's like. And this other guy makes the kid hold his pocket and walk around.
Oh, dang!
They went hard on that show.
Scared him straight.
I mean, these little kids are just little punks.
So they're trying to teach him a lesson.
They're trying to scare
Yeah.
them into
Straight.
not, well,
Yeah.
They're trying to scare them into not making bad decisions because they will end up in jail.
Okay, and then Locked Up. That is more of
That's
like
just people in prison.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Scared Straight, people that aren't in prison, but they're giving them a taste of what it'll be like if they continue to make bad decisions. And I think this was 1992. It was wild to watch that was on television. Like they had a kid carrying a pocket. You know what a pocket is? You carry somebody's pocket, that means
Yeah.
you're doing stuff to them sexually.
They're your B.
And
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
obviously they weren't making the kid do the stuff, but they were just showing him what it was like. It was,
Yeah, I
I
think
couldn't
on
stop
Prison
watching.
Break,
I watched 25 minutes of it. I went one TikTok clip to the next.
on Prison Break, the
guy's like, I'm Crazy Eddie, whatever his name was. Crazy Calvin. He was up in his face. Sorry.
I don't know. I was just thinking of the pocket holder that he had a nickname, a teabag or something. I think that
Maybe.
stood for something else. But
Yeah.
anyway, we don't really
definitely
know
does.
what happened.
You know what
but
a teabag is, though, right? It's like if you were laying on the ground and I just hung my nuts on your face, that'd be a teabag. Like when you do a teabag in a cup.
Okay, got it. Yep, you just dip it down.
Yeah,
Got
what
it.
do you call that when you dip it down?
What do you call
Steeping.
it? Steeping.
Steeping, yeah. That's what a teabag, if you're teabagging someone.
You never knew that?
Like they did that in
Well,
college.
I mean, now that you're
and-
telling me, it sounds familiar.
You brought it up, Amy.
I did. So Kiefer, he hasn't been in
Oh, yeah,
trouble.
yeah.
He hasn't been in trouble with the law in more than a decade. His last arrest was in 2007 when he spent 48 days in jail following a DUI conviction. So
So they don't have details on what happened in there?
not yet. I was hoping, I don't if y'all maybe saw something else, but I looked.
I just saw I beat up a rideshare. Remember when Michael Orr beat up a rideshare?
Michael,
did?
He did?
Yeah, let me look that up.
I thought he was a gentle giant.
Let me say allegedly for now.
I just saw him yesterday.
You did?
Where?
Basketball.
Kid.
I see him all the time. Basketball.
Eddie plays one-on-one against him every Wednesday.
Yeah, me and Michael are.
What is it? Every Tuesday. Here we go. From 2017. Load her up for me, buddy. We have slow internet today or what? There we go. Thanks, Mike. Carolina Panthers offensive tackle Michael Orr has been cited for allegedly assaulting an Uber driver in Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah.
I mean, he's a big dude.
Yeah. The incident was reported April 14th, and Orr has been ordered to appear in court for a misdemeanor assault charge. He's best known for The Blind Side. Man, if there's somebody I don't want to get assaulted by, it's Michael Orr.
No, man, he's huge. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't ever pick a fight with him.
We are aware of an incident occurred involving Michael. Team spokesman Stephen Drummond said we have no further comment at this time. Yeah, I hope that everything's gotten straight since then.
Yeah.
It's been a while ago, but I just think about that when people beat up ride shares. I'm like, imagine you get beat up by Michael Orr.
Oh, God.
That's a great story, and it's like somebody you don't get beat up by. He's
Yeah.
massive. But this happened in Nashville, but he was playing for the Panthers at the time. And I think he was still living here from when he played with the Titans.
Okay.
6'4", 315.
Oh, that's a big human.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I think about with big guys? Like, they die earlier. Not even like just tall, even like that. I saw a clip of like Kevin Garnett doing an interview, and he was talking about how tall people that are really tall just die earlier. Like,
Yeah.
big people, their body's doing more,
Yeah.
and
like
they die earlier.
big dogs.
Yeah, big dogs die earlier.
A buddy of mine, his dad is he's really big, and he said he's just had health problems for so long because of his size.
It's like you don't see any 7 foot 70-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Studies consistently show that taller people die younger, with shorter individuals living 2 to 7 years longer, primarily due to increased risk of certain cancers and cardiovascular issues.
Yeah, I was gonna think that because like they're so long that like does the blood just take forever? The heart has to pump.
And the
even.
heart's got to pump, but
I mean, that's
but then
what
you
I've
could
heard.
argue, well, the heart's bigger. But just generally, I think that's why Asian people live longer.
It's more compact.
Like people that are generally smaller in these countries live longer, have longer lifespans.
It's interesting.
Ray,
Yeah!
congrats, buddy.
I'll see you guys at 100, baby.
That's why Chihuahuas live so long.
Ah, Chihuahuas are the best.
All right, Amy, thank you for that. Lunchbox.
Yeah, there was a big fight at a Georgia prison over the weekend. Like 13 people injured and 3 inmates dead.
Dang.
And what's crazy is one of the ones that died, he had just been transferred there.
Oh.
He was getting out on Wednesday.
No.
What was the fight about?
They say gang related.
Wasn't
rival
it during
gangs.
visitations?
Yeah, so like a lot of the visitors had to be escorted out, but it was out in the yard and they just started fighting. So the guy had been in for 20 years and was getting out today.
That's so
So was
sad.
he a part of the fight, though, or was he caught up in the fight?
They don't say. They just said that they released the name of the 3 guys that died, and his family was saying he was supposed to get out Wednesday.
Or was he the reason
Well,
for the
because
fight?
there's a
Because-
difference. Like if he's part of the fight, there's a difference that if he just got caught up in the fight and he was getting out Wednesday.
Right.
Right. Or if it's like, hey, we were supposed to kill him and he's getting out Wednesday.
But he had just gotten transferred, so like you don't have that much time to
Yeah.
start making
so
an enemy.
well, if you're a different
enemies
gang.
are everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you're there, you're just part
Yeah,
of a
you
different
arrive
gang.
and they've got you on a list.
Dang.
Well, I don't know about the list.
How do you know
I
that?
don't know
Amy?
if their name is written down.
How do you know all that?
Just experience in life,
Good answer.
watching things.
Yeah, but they said the fight lasted about 90 minutes.
You probably let
They
him go.
couldn't stop the fight for 90 minutes.
Yeah,
Minutes?
they were
It was
using
so big.
non-lethal things to stop the brawling,
Like pepper spray?
and like bean bags, and
Oh, yeah.
And people just kept fighting. They're like, that doesn't hurt me.
I guess so.
Eddie, you're up.
All right, so Heinz is coming up with a cool invention that they're releasing. It's called the Fry Box. All right, for the first time ever, some restaurants and some stadiums and venues are going to have a fry box where you order your fries with a little pocket on the side that comes with ketchup in it.
Yeah, I like it. I also like what Whataburger does. I like that kind of ketchup that is a box.
Yes.
That way you can sit it in your car. I mean, it's all about being able to have it sit somewhere and not get super messy.
Yeah, and you think like a stadium is a great place for it to all be there in one spot.
Yes. So that's excellent.
Oh, cute.
Isn't that cool?
I see the way they're doing it now. I was picturing it in my head. That's pretty cool.
Oh, it looks like
Look at it. It's like a little pocket.
Yeah, the little pocket with the ketchup in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
See, because the packets are the worst, right? The packets are
yes.
like,
So, okay, let me see if I can describe this, because to me it sounded like you got a box and there was just a little portion of it in the box that was ketchup. Think of when you go to McDonald's, when they put it inside that little holder, they scoop it, that
The
holder.
sleeve. Yeah.
On the back of that sleeve, there is a pocket that has ketchup in it.
It opens up. So
Yeah.
the people at the stadium, they're like, okay, fill the fries in, and they're like, boop, boop, pump the ketchup in, and then you don't have to open or mess
Like
with
the
anything.
packet's
At
built
all.
into the, yeah, it's good.
You
I'm
just-
surprised that it wasn't invented already.
that's what I'm thinking.
Wow.
And Heinz is the best.
My favorite are the ones where you go to the restaurant and you pump the ketchup in a little cup. Then you can bring like 4 little cups to your table.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
I just don't like that because I don't like touching things other people have touched. Like hundreds of people have just had
Oh,
their
that
hands all
pump.
over that crap.
Well, you can get a napkin and then use the pump.
Yeah.
That's what I do at the gas station.
Or you can use your foot. There are many things you could do.
Not for ketchup, but for the
Use your
You
forehead.
pump with your foot.
or your sleeve. Yeah.
Okay, Morgan.
So a dog has won the first ever film award. Did you guys-
Dog has won the first ever film award. For what award?
Yeah, so Indy, the real life dog of director Ben Leonberg, plays the protagonist in the movie Good Boy, which is a horror movie told from the perspective of the dog. And so he got the best performance in a horror or thriller film at the Astra Film Awards. And it's the first time that's ever happened with an animal has gotten an
what's
award.
the Astra award, Mike?
It's one of the side ones. Yeah, it's not a major one.
Wait.
Is that a union?
dog got best actor?
Yeah, he beat out Ethan Hawke, Allison Brie, Sophie Thatcher,
So
Sally
stupid.
Hawkins.
But maybe the
Dog was
dog.
really good in it.
He was?
Yeah.
Maybe it was a great performance. You got to award him
A
for
dog
that.
doesn't even know it's acting.
Well,
Is
also
that
the
the one that's
movie.
acting
like,
like
should you get
Marley
an award
and
for
Me?
acting if you don't know it's acting?
But they would spend like hours making sure the dog was comfortable, and like it would take that long to do one scene.
Yeah, the dog doesn't know it's acting.
To get
Maybe
Like-
it's like the dog's trainer that gets the.
Well, and there wasn't really a trainer on board. They were saying like they just had the camera in the right place at the right time, and they were coaxing him with a combination of everyday commands, weird sounds, physical gestures, and food.
This dog's on the Truman Show. He's not acting. They're recording him just living his life. They're putting him in situations and then recording him.
See, I bet Lassie would be upset about this.
I had multiple Lassies.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay, well, forget that.
What about Marley and Me?
Or the dog that played Marley. Like, there are some dogs that.
But
or
dogs,
Turner and Hooch.
dogs don't know they're acting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, really a dumb thing. They're just trying to get attention, and it worked.
You think Ethan Hawke's mad about that?
Oh, yes.
If they recorded Ethan Hawke not acting, they were just putting him in situations and recording him. That's Truman Show. Someone not knowing they're being recorded.
So you think this is dumb?
I don't care.
Well, they said by the end of it, he started to associate the camera like, okay, it's time for they're going to start
Yeah.
filming me. So
Now he became
when,
an
when they
actor?
pulled the camera out, he was like, okay, I kind of know what we're doing now. So maybe he didn't know he was acting, but he kind of had association of the camera's out, time to perform a little bit.
It's a bit of ringing the bell.
Pavlov? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If every time you see a camera, there's an expectation, and if you meet the expectation, you get something. You then understand the expectation when you see the camera.
So is that acting?
No, it's not. A dog doesn't understand the concept of acting.
You think the dog watches a movie and is like, that's me?
My dogs, they go crazy if there is an animal of any kind on the screen, not even barking, it's just up there. Eller goes crazy. It's weird that you can see that flat thing and know that that's a window into other thing, because it's
Yeah.
not 3-dimensional. And she just goes crazy. She thinks it's an animal for her to play with. And then Stanley just does what Eller does. So
Just copies?
he whines now at like if like delivery guys, and he doesn't whine, but Eller will whine and be like, "Arr!" And so he'll now see someone and go, "Arr!" And he howls like the sirens do. Stanley does, like a cop will come by or an ambulance driving by, ooh, and he'll start going, ooh.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
cute.
It's crazy. What were you saying?
Oh, have you seen that TikTok where there's a dog sitting next to a cake that's like a dog, and the woman cuts through the cake and the
I've seen a
dog
bunch of
freaks
those.
out?
Yeah,
The dog's like, "Arr!"
a lot of those are AI though.
Is it?
Ha!
Oh, come on, man.
I'm not the only one that falls for it.
I don't think. I think
Most of
one
the
I
ones that
saw
I've
was
seen
it.
are AI, but maybe the one you saw wasn't. But I've seen a lot of those. Most of them I've seen are AI, and the dog looks kind of like the dog.
Yeah.
And they cut through it, and they're like,
Arr, what are you doing? I laughed so hard.
most of them are AI.
Okay.
Yours may have been real. Could have been the first one that
hope
inspired
so.
all the AI. Speaking of AI, so remember I was talking about in St. Louis, maybe yesterday, all those monkeys
Yes.
Yeah.
in the city? Mm-hmm. No, I was asking Amy because she looked at me like, I don't remember
No,
this.
no, I do, because then it led to us talking about the other monkeys that had
Yeah,
the
STDs.
diseases and they got shot.
So would you show me what a vervet monkey looks like? Because again, they're dead set on letting us know these are vervet monkeys, and I don't know if they even look like monkeys. But
Oh, cute.
so they were on the loose in North. I can't see. I have no vision. You have no brain. I have no vision. We need people to patch us together. So they're all over St. Louis, and so they were making these efforts. Oh, those are real monkeys,
So cute.
They are cute.
and they're not tiny. Huh? That's
Oh
a
my
real
gosh.
monkey.
Wow.
So they could have just said monkey, but they wanted to say vervet, so I thought maybe it was like a micro monkey or something.
But their vervet might be the coloring.
Oh, I'm sure. I just didn't. But they were acting like we either knew what that meant or it meant something that would change our perspective on what the monkeys were doing. No, those are just like monkeys.
It's a
right?
monkey.
So anyway, they started to try to find them, and people were posting videos like with them and holding the monkeys, but it was people making AI videos. They all through St. Louis. So reports started coming out that people had captured them, and they were posting pictures and videos of themselves with the monkeys. The Department of Health spokesperson Willie Springer says his office, along with police, they're having a challenging time because the people are posting pictures and they're not even real. They're doing AI.
Oh boy.
And they're like, look at the monkey I got, and it's hanging off of him, and it's AI. Right now, they say there's about 4 more out, but they're not exactly sure how many are gone. How do you not have a total inventory of how many monkeys you had and how many are missing?
Yeah, you should know exactly.
That's from the Associated Press. But hilarious, people are making AI monkey pictures and videos.
Any chance some of these monkeys never get found, and
Yes.
then we now have monkeys in America, like wild monkeys?
Oh, I thought you meant they'd be dead.
No, like pythons. You know how there are pythons in Florida because who knows?
It's got to mate with another monkey. So no,
Okay.
unless they find another monkey. I don't think there's enough out there to create a whole new monkey habitat.
Because I did see another TikTok in Florida where a lady was kayaking and a bunch of monkeys were jumping in the water, but I know that was fake because there are no monkeys in Florida.
I have a feeling you didn't think it was fake till we just told you the other one was fake.
Now I think everything's fake.
South Carolina reports 124 new measles cases since Friday.
Since Friday.
Measles continue to run rampant in South Carolina. The state yesterday reported 124 new measles cases since Friday, bringing the outbreak total to 434. The South Carolina outbreak began in early October. Georgia, Oregon, Virginia also reported their first measles cases of 2026. Last year, the U.S. saw 2,000 measles cases, the highest number since 1992, all with unvaccinated people. The CDC recommends 2 doses of the MMR vaccine, which is 97% effective against measles. That's from ABC News. What's crazy is the vaccine is literally a top 5 invention ever in the history of the world. And it's become so just black and white, pro or anti-vaccine, and it has created this. My mind is blown. My mind is blown by this, and my mind is still blown that we're protecting people that rape kids. The Epstein files. It's my mind is blown. Like the court said that those files had to come out, December 19th of last year? I believe that's the date they did, and they put out 1% of them, and they blacked out everything. My mind is blown that we are protecting child rapists. I just can't believe it. There should be no political affiliation, association with anything. If people rape kids, we should know, and they should go to jail. That's it.
Yes.
I mean, this is a little bit on it's similar vein, but Sharon Says So on Instagram, she posted a thing of like, some of you would be people that would say where Anne Frank was hiding, and it shows.
Yeah.
And
It's
I was
just
like, oh, dang.
like the worst thing you could possibly do
Just like
is, I guess, kill a kid. But I don't know. Same. Kill a kid, rape a kid. Same. That's terrible. It's the
Same.
worst
Hurt
thing
a
you can
kid.
do.
Hurt
It's
a
the worst
kid.
thing you can do. And the fact that we're protecting them, that our government is protecting them. It's the craziest thing in my life that I've ever seen. But it's become so normalized because it's been such a slow roll. If you were just put in a vacuum, every single person in America would say the same thing. I was thinking about this last night. It is literally the craziest thing that we're protecting pedophiles. So anyway, there's that. Walmart is expanding drone service delivery. I have a theory about this too. Not about Walmart, but just in general. I love it. Make life easier for me. I'm all in, right? And so I'll talk about this first. Working with the drone company Wing, Walmart is rolling the service out to 150 more stores. Los Angeles, Miami, St. Louis, Cincinnati. They already do it in Northwest Arkansas because that's the hub. And I'm very familiar with it because we're there a lot. And so they're going to start doing more. The drones can carry up to 5 pounds and travel up to 65 miles per hour. And this story's from Engadget. I think the CIA is involved.
in that?
Just in general. Like, they want this all to happen because the more drones that are flying over, the more normal it becomes. The more drones are flying over and the more normal it becomes. You can fly drones over all the time. We just think it's a Walmart drone service. Something can fly over our house pretty low with a bag on it. It doesn't have to actually be anything in it, but we're like, that's Walmart delivering.
So what? Just another way for them to spy.
Theory.
Theory.
But if I were the CA, that's what I would do. I would help. I'd help these companies do this because it does nothing but help me. And the CIA is really not supposed to do much on American soil.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, could
but
it be
they
more
do.
like the FBI?
Yeah, it could be total surveillance. But yes. All right, boom. Over $40,000 worth of Pokemon cards were stolen from a game store last week. I mean, it's why that seems weird is because the word Pokemon. But if someone said over $40,000 in old baseball cards or football cards, you'd be like, dang. But because it's like a cartoon, people go, oh, that's hilarious. It's Pokemon. But they're just as valuable. I've never gotten into the Pokemon cards because I don't know anything about Pokemon. And also, I call it Pokemon until I hear people talk about it that actually know it, and it's Pokemon, right?
Yeah, Pokemon.
How do
Oh, really?
How do they say it is it from Japan?
Yeah. Because it's short for pocket monsters.
It is?
Yeah.
Pocket Pokemon.
Who knew?
I
That's
knew.
breaking news.
It's
That's
short for Pocket
amazing.
Monsters, but that's not Japanese.
I think they were thinking long term of making it worldwide.
Mine's blown. Pocket Monsters
That's
is Pokemon.
Amazing.
Well, so if it's short for pocket monsters, wouldn't it be Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Yeah,
But
Pokemon. Now I'm confused. How to
nobody
say it.
says poke it.
I think
What?
it's okay. I think they just went with how it was spelled, like they shortened it.
Yeah,
I know.
Pokemon.
I get it. I just was thinking,
Do people pronounce pocket differently in different places?
Pokemon.
Hey,
no,
what you got
I
in your
think
pocket?
the words were combined and then you just read it like that. But I don't know. I didn't know it was Pocket Monster.
me neither.
Wyoming is the best state to retire.
Oh yeah. The
Yeah, let's
mountains.
go.
Seems too cold to me.
Yeah, it seems freezing
I don't
in the
care.
winter.
It also seems beautiful
I don't like the
and
cold.
peaceful.
I hear you. I don't like the cold one bit.
Quiet.
Unless you're on Yellowstone.
I get why people go to Florida. Warm, no state tax.
Oh, and the ocean, the beach.
Yeah, that's the warm part of it,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I sorry, in my head I associate warm with beach, boats. Yeah. So, but Wyoming seems like it'd be fun to go to for a minute if you don't like cold, but I don't want to stay there in winter. But the population of Americans aged 65 and older reached about 61 million, and more people are moving to Wyoming. Secondly, it's New Hampshire, cold. Vermont, cold. Montana, cold. South Dakota, cold.
Oh.
All cold.
New Jersey was the worst state to retire because of high cost of living. And then Massachusetts, New York, Alabama, and Mississippi also ranked near the bottom from Fox News.
You know what I find interesting, though, is you live your whole life in one city and then you retire. You made like all your friends and then you just move and have nobody? That seems weird.
I think because there's retirement infrastructure built in certain places, meaning there's a lot of retired people there. So it's other like-minded old people. There are tennis courts, bocce ball. There's like entire areas in these places that are built for retired people.
Okay.
And a community that gets built of just retired people that are there. But yeah, and then your family flies down to see you, I guess. But yeah, that's why, for the most part. And also when it gets cold, like your joints hurt and stuff. I've already experienced that. I'm done with the cold here. It sucks. I've hit my.
I don't even think we've gotten
been
there.
that
haven't
bad.
gotten
I've
cold
hit my
yet.
threshold. I've hit my threshold.
It
It's
hasn't
gonna
even
get
cold.
colder.
But it's been cold a couple times, and I hate having to take the dog out at night when it's cold. I hate having to take the dog out in the morning and it's cold. I hate cold. I'm done. I would leave. I would move for 3 months of the year if I could.
Beach.
I don't care about the beach, but where I would go would have, because you can go to beach, you can go to North Carolina for the beach.
Sure.
It's cold there.
Yeah. But like you can't Arkansas. Like it's cold there too.
And I wouldn't go to Arkansas for those 3
all right.
months. I would
Gotta
go to
the Keys.
Florida or Texas.
Yes.
I don't want to go to New Mexico or Arizona because of time difference, going back an hour.
Should we move the show?
Can't.
Let's move the show to Florida.
There's no state income tax here though either,
Yeah.
or state tax,
No.
which is nice.
There's not.
A lot of the colleges when they were doing, and the portal is still open, but they do, it's not really NIL, but they are paying players now from revenue share from the schools. They started to do and make images of people holding up money and going no state income tax in Texas. So it'd be like, here's why you should think. And then they would list it out because, again, these players are going to where they can get the most money for the most part. And they'll list it out. If you come to Texas and we give you $500,000 after taxes, you're going to get $370,000. If you go to a state like, I'll just use Arkansas because they're a state tax, you only get $340,000, even though you're getting the same amount. So that's a selling point. That's why some players will choose to play in Florida, Texas, even Tennessee, because it's less money from their contract they're having to give up. And even though it'd be great to go play in California because the weather's great, and if you're, you want to be around, media institutions, if that's your goal too, the taxes are significantly higher out there. So all that is considered. New York, high. But high because it's the most desirable places to live generally because that's where everything is, New York and LA. Chicago.
Did you see that UCLA guy that died and left all that money to football?
Sports, yeah.
To sports, yeah.
Yeah.
It reminded me of you.
Yeah.
It's like he dies. He's like, what am I going to do with my money? Hey, will you just give it to sports so they can get better? I'm not going to be around, but just give it to them.
UCLA needs it too. But yeah,
How much was it?
it's millions.
it was a lot.
It was like 30 million or something.
It was the most that I think the school's ever gotten.
30 million.
We can look up the real number. It wasn't like a T-Boone Pickens at Oklahoma State type money.
How much was that?
Well, there are people that leave hundreds of millions,
Oh, my God.
but this was a lot. And it was, to me, why it stuck out was it was sports. It was just sports. I did see the Magnolia baseball field at Baylor. You know who built it?
Magnolia.
Context clues.
I know. Chip and Joanna.
Chip and Joanna, they built it? Mm-hmm. So it's got like a bunch of antique stuff around there?
I don't know if the bases or
the
lamps.
Target collection?
But it is like the Baylor field at Magnolia, something like that.
That's cool.
Which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah. The guy left $17.3 million to football and men's basketball. That's it.
Oh, just those two sports?
That's still so much.
Mm-hmm.
For something you're not even going to be here to enjoy.
Yeah, but if you love it.
And then the kids are like, all right, Dad died. Like,
Yeah, I
what do we
wonder
get
if
him?
there were kids.
I don't know.
And who knows? Maybe they got 20 million
Maybe. Yeah.
for the kids, and this is how he divvied it up. But if you, that would be, I would be.
But I think he left all of it. I think that was all of his money,
all
wasn't
of
it?
it?
No, because it says Lane's pledge includes $11.4 million to UCLA Health, and then also the Anderson School of Management will receive $5.7 million. Rugby, $3.8 million.
Okay,
All
so-
from him? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He diversified
Yeah, he
then.
did.
I did the story when I read it, because I read the headline of the first paragraph. It just seemed like he was giving it all to football and basketball.
Oh, and the Center of Art Performance will receive $1.9 million. Lane
Dang.
played rugby at UCLA and was the first coach of its women's rugby team.
He was?
Yep.
Well,
Oh, he's really connected.
Yeah. Okay.
is that better?
Feels a little
it's all-
it's
it's all the same.
But yeah. No, I was
His
just
money,
thinking
he
like
can
if
do whatever
that
he
was your family and that's what they decided to do, like, okay, cool. And you get nothing.
That would suck.
Yeah. That would
Unless,
be really
like
hard.
Warren Buffett, he says, I'm not leaving any money to my kids. But he sets them up, right? Not with money, but with education, with contacts.
Opportunities,
with,
yes.
yeah.
No.
Gives them the opportunity to make their own money. So if they leave all the money, but then he sets his own kids up and they've started to make their own money, I get that.
Yeah, they get to benefits from some good old nepotism. I'm sure it's
Oh,
fine.
all you got to do is just say I'm
Warren Buffett's
Warren
child.
Buffett's son.
Come on in.
He retired.
Yeah. What's he doing?
Now, nothing.
Playing golf all day?
Retired. Yeah, the guy lived in the same house whole life.
That's crazy.
In Nebraska, I believe, is where he's from. Same house. Okay, I got a couple other things here. I have the 10 TV shows that are coming to an end this year. Tell me if you watch these. Good Omens.
Nope.
Never heard of it.
Okay, it's coming to an end. It's the number one. Outer Banks.
Nope.
Saw the first season.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to.
It is wrapping up this year for good. It's a teen adventure. It throws me off. I watched like the first 5 minutes of the first episode and thought, I'm too old for this show.
Yeah, you
Because it was them like driving a boat and
Yeah,
like kids. Like,
bunch of kids.
if they start making out, I feel uncomfortable watching this. The Comeback on HBO is Lisa Kudrow's comedy. I know of it. I never watched it. Yellow Jackets is ending. I watched the first 2 seasons, liked them, and then it just got too weird.
Yeah.
And I like weird. It just got too weird. Like, just give me some cannibals in the freaking woods trying to survive. I like that dynamic. But then it just got odd. Hacks, that's good. The Gene
That's good.
Smart comedy. She's from
Yes,
Designing Women.
I like that.
They're wrapping that up for good. Outlander. Never watched it. Have friends that love it. I think some time travel in that.
Yeah.
Queer Eye. Man, that show's crushing. To be honest, I think it came back though, right?
Yeah, it came back.
Like,
it was off
did
for a
its
long
thing,
time.
Then came back. All American on the CW.
Oh, I watched that.
Really?
Yeah. It's like reminds me of One Tree Hill, Friday Night Lights type of vibe.
It's wrapping up for good. The Boys, which is an excellent show. It's right up my alley though.
How many seasons was that?
Maybe it's the 4th or 5th.
I think it's the 4th.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's if superheroes were real, because you'd also have people that were like scheming and fraud. And,
Yeah, they're like humans too, right?
yeah. Ridiculousness on MTV.
Whoa, that's ending, huh? That's all they show now.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That's from Screen Crush. I have 10 TV shows returning in 2026 finally, and I did some of this on my Instagram story because I love some of these. Paradise is coming back on February 23rd.
Love
that
it.
show is awesome.
Oh, I watched that show.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So if you have Hulu, it's probably the perfect time now because get you all lined up for whenever season 2 starts. I mentioned The Boys. That final season starts on April 8th. Scrubs. Now, I'm assuming Scrubs came back.
Yes,
Is
it's been
gone.
for
Yeah.
a long time.
Came back. Okay, so they came back and they're ending that. Ted Lasso
Coming back?
is going to have season 4.
What? No.
I never watched all of season 2.
Oh, it's good.
Ah,
I thought the last one was the last season though.
Yeah, I did too. I thought it was over.
needed
Ted
to
Lasso
end.
season 4 comes mid to late 2026.
Wow, I'm gonna have to get Apple again.
Hijack on Apple. That's pretty good. A little corny at first, but then got good. It has
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba.
Oh yeah, that was good.
The Night Agent. That's the corniest show I've ever seen in my life.
But I like it.
But it's still pretty good. It's so corny. They telegraph everything.
What does that mean?
It's every trope. Well, phone call. You can see the name. It's every old thing they used to do in television shows that we look back and go corny. They do that in these shows.
Oh.
Yeah. Euphoria season 3. I never watched that. I felt the same about it. Like, is teens making out? So I'm like, I don't need to.
That was a good show.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a great show.
Yeah, not for
I
me.
just never jumped in because I felt uncomfortable watching teenagers do it. House of the Dragon season 3 comes back this year. Your Friends and Neighbors April 3rd, which is really good. John Hamm
There's another one coming out.
season 2.
Oh, let's go, baby! I love that one.
The Agency on Paramount Plus. That show is awesome.
Oh yeah, that was good.
It's
I don't think I finished it
CIA type show.
though. With Richard Gere.
As the old, not as the main character, but yes.
I think I let that one fall off.
Man, it's
I gotta
so
go
good.
back.
It's so good.
Richard Gere.
Michael Fassbender's in that. He's the main character.
Mm-hmm.
It's CIA or FBI?
I
gotta
think
be-
CIA because he was, there's people in Russia and
Yeah, it's good. The Diplomat season 4 comes back on Netflix.
Well, I'm ready for that one.
Man, Diplomat's a great show. The Bear. I watched
Good.
season 1 and liked it. Never got back into
Yeah, I
it.
gave up on that one.
WWE Unreal. That's good. January 20th. I like that show. All right. Amy has an update from her friend about Lunchbox. He's taking Cialis now.
yeah. So she said that it can be prescribed for what he's using. I just wanted to double check because my friend is a physical therapist specifically for the pelvic floor. And I wanted to get her thoughts on what Lunchbox was told. She even recommended some PTs for him to call here so he can actually go get that done. And she was like, yeah, his prescription seems legit.
I think it's legit too.
But-
it's
but
just
she said
the
it's
effects
also
of it on him while he's sitting near us.
Yeah. So it can help with urinary flow, which he said his flow was fine. So is it just for the pelvic discomfort?
I thought it was for the infection.
Yeah, remember? Because that was different. The
Oh.
pelvic was the stomach. He had an infection in his.
Oh, this is the out. Okay, so that's for the. Okay, well, she said, hey, so maybe you're getting a double because it can help with pelvic discomfort.
But does it still have the effects of
No,
Viagra?
dude, it still
Yeah.
does what it does.
Yes.
And he's been staring at you a lot today.
No, he's not.
He
I'm
has
not
been.
looking his way.
No, I'm telling you, he's been looking at you a lot.
Are you constipated?
Oh, no.
Are you turned on?
No.
Well, that was
You're
one of her
not?
questions because.
No, dude, I don't even want to talk.
That's so weird, dude.
Guys, it's science.
Yep.
It is.
I'm sorry, I have an infection, she said.
Seriously though, you can take it at like 2:00 every day, and that's daily.
Yep.
Or before you go to bed. Just into the night. It's far, far away from us.
A Denver area gas station, I think they accidentally had diesel in their gas.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Drivers across the Denver metro area are bringing cars to repair shops after diesel mixed in gasoline was sold at local stations.
no. So it's the guy that was putting gas in the
From
tanks.
the Colorado Sun, state officials say the contaminated fuel came from a supplier in reach locations including Costco, King Soopers, and Murphy Express. Vehicles shut down soon after fueling, and repairs involved draining and cleaning the fuel systems. The company's alerted distributors. Over 200 complaints were made. Oh, that sucks.
I would probably do that 100 times if it wasn't a different size. Like when you grab the diesel pump,
Different color.
it's green, right? Usually
Yeah.
green. But if you're not thinking and you just grab it and put it in there and put diesel in your car's done. But they make it a different size so it doesn't fit in your gas tank.
Oh, I didn't know that. I never grabbed it.
It's bigger.
So you must have grabbed it before then.
I did, not even thinking. I'm like, well, that's not going in. I'm trying to push it in. And then I realized, like, oh, that's the diesel pump.
You got the Cialis pump.
It's too big.
Yep.
All right. That's it. Let's go take a break. Thank you, everybody.